Alex, my question for you in this first topic, it's the hypothetical. As a people, we can unite across our differences. We will meet the full potential of our own humanity if we do so, I think. Now, in this topic, you're granted permission to go back in time and convince a deceased historical figure to help you with your mission, whichever mission it might be. This mission is something that's near and dear to your heart. So A, which deceased historical figure do you select to help assist you in this said mission? And B, what is this particular cause and mission, and why is it so very important?
Well, Avi, as you know, I am a big fan of Dr. Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that's the historical figure that I would select. And the other person I would probably try and bring in would be Mahatma Gandhi, because during their lives and the eras that they were participated in with their lives, they were all about trying to change the world for a better, for a good cause, trying to bring people together regardless of their color, their religion, whatever. They just wanted to bring people together, and that Martin Luther King Jr. would be the person that I would use.
Alex, have you ever had a mission, whether it was the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, or 20s, has there ever been a mission, either up here or both, that you've ever wanted to bring to fruition, specifically that you think Martin Luther King could help out with?
Well, if you look at the history of Dr. King, you see that his mission was about bringing people together, letting people understand, or helping people understand that, you know, when you take away the flesh,
sure,
we're all very similar. And
amen.
If we could do that, you know, we could be a better world. But then, you know, as time has progressed, you realize that it's not just the color; it's status, social status. It's all the different things that help us become who we think we are in the world, whether it be money or political status or
sure,
star status. You know, it may be a big grand idea and dream that I have, but I would like to see us be able to live better together and be beyond the outer layer, and be able to take what the inner layer has to give and
sure,
and judge people on that.
I have so many missions, but one mission that I do have is to live a stress-free life, right? To minimize stress, to minimize confusion. That's kind of my mission that I wanted to focus on, but I didn't want to use someone that was deceased. There was an incident that happened 23 years ago. It was one act, yet it impacted millions and millions of people. And if I could go to that person today, I would ask a simple question of, what in the hell were you thinking about? And that would be, I would go to Richard Reid. You know what Richard Reid is? Except December 22nd, 2001, what happened? Some fool tried to board a plane in Paris that was on its way to Miami. And he had a shoe. And in the shoe, there was a what? A bomb. And from that one act, that one incident, for the last 23 years, what have we had to do at airports? Remove our shoes. One act impacted millions and millions of people. And that's the power we have as human beings. Our mission should be that whatever act of kindness, right? Act of like you writer, the act of helping people to become better, the act of inspiring others should really be taken more seriously because it matters. His action mattered because it impacted millions and millions of people. So what happens now? You go through the airport, you take off your shoes, you have holes in your socks, maybe someone's shoes are smelly, and these people are feeling uncomfortable, and you're delayed, and all these things that add stress to our lives took place because one person made a decision that impacted us 23 years later. To bring out, you guys talked about acts of kindness. I'm glad you did. I've actually had written a book on acts of kindness, and it's something that is a staple for my workshops, one of my staples for workshops, because with acts of kindness, it can drive so many different things, mostly positive. And if we can just get people being more kind to one another, like you guys talked about, it could change the world. But we have to take personal responsibility for that. We can't leave that up to anyone else. So that would be my person that I would talk to, Richard Reid.
This is a game called I Would Pay. It's hypothetical. I'm going to give Mr. Alex English and Mr. Sidney Moncrief a trio of options. They're zany, but they're fun. They're going to have to select one out of those options that they would likely pay for and why. Which would you pay for to see and why? Rocky Balboa as a neurosurgeon, Seinfeld as a correctional officer, or Rambo as a talk show host?
If I had to pick, I would pick Rocky.
As a neurosurgeon?
Yes. And here's why, because Rocky has so much determination that he would find a way to get that done, to make sure I was healthy and to make sure I was okay.
Maybe Seinfeld as a correction officer.
Okay.
You know, because I think he would probably give a lot of despaired people a lot of laughs.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a yoga instructor, Will Chamberlain as a mountain climber, or Magic Johnson as a computer repair person?
Well, Magic, because he's Magic for a reason. He can perform magic. Yeah, so I was at Magic.
You definitely don't stumble. Topic number 2. Freedom is a song, and I'll set it up for our viewers because Sidney and Alex have the topic. What would the national anthem of heaven be and why? And who would you like to see upon walking through the pearly gates of heaven for the first time as this is playing?
Probably I would like to see maybe my mom. That would be good to see her. And my song, which is a really simple song written by Paul Anka, and my song would be I Did It My Way. Because that's been my theme. It's been my subtle theme when I was younger. As I've gotten older, I've embraced the fact that just be who you are, live life like you want to live life, do the things you want to do, live your best life, do it your way. Don't blame others when you don't succeed. Take advice when it's necessary to take advice, but at the end of the day, do it your way. And that would be the song I would want to be played.
And the first one is called Heaven by BB and CeCe Winans. And like Sidney, I would like to be able to quote some of the words. That way you get a better what I'm talking about. It's now that it's over. No more use for guns and war. It cost me a lifetime just to gain this life's rewards. Oh, my brother, please come with me. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Yeah, heaven is where I want to be. And then the one that's the national anthem, I think for all of us, is the song Imagine by John Lennon. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Those two songs, they personify what I think the world should be about. And, you know, the rewards that we get. I mean, heaven being heaven, that's the reward. And a utopian life on earth where we all live together in peace and we don't see color. We don't let religion stop us from living with each other. And we just live good quality lives.